you found yourself in a position where you've got data in precarious positions? Do you worry about where your data goes? Are you having trouble corralling those third party apps? And do you get blinded by contract provisions? Well, you guys should wait no more. Throw out all those old links that you've got, dust those cobwebs off, because what we have for you, ladies and gentlemen, are some new resources. I was going to go Oprah with this, but Oprah's so played out. And anyway, here we are. What we have for you is we have an updated website. We have a new hub for the Utah Student Privacy Alliance, which is this group by and large. It is how we connect nationally with those folks that I spend a lot of time with. We are known as the Utah Student Privacy Alliance. We're going to talk a little bit about listservs and road trips, and then some future things that we have and we will need your help with. So what we have here in this interactive website is our new website. USBE's website has been updated since around the first couple of weeks of January. If you do go to our spot on the website, what you'll find are all of these headings here on the left, from laws and policies, places for parents. That's where some of your educators or all of your educators can go to find information about the training that they need for relicensure as well. And then we've got all this other stuff. We've got stuff for the data managers. We've got stuff for the ISOs. We've got stuff for the appointed records officers. Remember, those folks are a part of our umbrella as well. Training resources, events, newsletters. Contact us. If you are not on our newsletter, that is where you can look that up and take advantage of all of the things that we send out. The listservs will be something that we'll talk about to do that. But, that's a pretty good looking website. But guess what? We've got more. There's more. All right. So we've been working behind the scenes on a space. And those of you that know that we've got a lot of resources that have existed in a Google folder for quite some time. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to create a space that would tell the story of all of the documents that we've created. And so what we have here is the Utah Student Privacy Alliance homepage. So I'm going to reiterate, the USPA is a collaborative between us, the Student Data Privacy Team of the Utah State Board of Education, and the data managers of local LEAs. And we share this common concern for student privacy. So we work together, not as a punitive force, but as a force for good. What we have here is different sections that we have, and a lot of these are crosswalked with what's on our website. But with Canvas, this allows us to tell the story more to you, specifically as our audience, as opposed to the broader public. What you can see there, and if you have navigated to the website and are looking at it at the same time, each one of these drop downs has extra information. That USPA monthly meeting, as you can see, the next one is April 25th. In there, we put links to the meetings and all of the things from former meetings that we have talked about. Laws and policies. What is the process to obtain a data privacy agreement? Let's see here. You can take a look at that. We've got a 5-step program. We've got all these different types of data privacy agreements. Wow, you've been around for forever and you didn't know that we have a research one? That's behind door number 3. SDPC. We talked about Learn Platform, and Learn Platform is an amazing product and it helps everybody out. SDPC is one of our partners as well, and SDPC is designed somewhat specifically to meet the compliance of our law. So this is on Canvas. It is actually available on Canvas right now. You should be able to click on these and go to it. I will drop the link in the chat. It is also in the resource document as well. When annual privacy compliance review comes up, and we will be talking about that in a couple of weeks at the end of May 30th, this is where you can go to refresh your memory and walk through that. Newsletters, networking. I want all the people that are in this chat right now to know that when you all are together, that is when the best work happens. It's when you're having these conversations in the chat about, whoa, I didn't know that that thing was a thing. And you've already established some sort of a policy. Let's bring our brains together. This is what we want to do. We want to start planting seeds so we're all using the same verbiage. Okie dokie. And then you can schedule a meeting with Nicole and I. Take a deep breath. You're gonna vibes back. All right, listservs. Here is a wall of text. A lot of you do participate in listservs through TCC or C Forum, but a lot of you may not know that we have just created two different listservs. A listserv acts kind of like a message board where you can send an email out to the email address, and then that then goes to everybody else who are on that that are registered for that, and then it allows you to collaboratively have conversations. One of the things that we like about this for us as a team is that it'll allow us to give you more prescriptive information on things as they come up, if their things are emergent or different types of things that we may need some information or feedback on. We're also, as I mentioned earlier, we're baking in a lot of this records management stuff. If you don't know who your appointed records officer is at your LEA, that should be somebody that you should make friends with. And if that's you, shake your own hand, because that's something that we really need to start baking into a lot of this with destruction of data, how long we keep things around. It's really important when we get into things like data breaches and other things. If you'd like to go in here, we can take a little bit more about that listserv. If you are not familiar with the TCC or the C Forum listserv, those are great resources. A lot of the folks in here are on that listserv. I see it was going this morning. And then there is also a repository of other listservs hosted by UEN. I've actually jumped on a couple of those just for the sake of getting updated information from those of you that are experts in those particular topics. You guys are all over the state. I feel this. I turned 46 on Monday. Old. Sometimes it's hard to get going, but we will come to you. Did you know that? We can come to you. And we've really been surprised at how much we've gotten out of our work with the regional service centers, SEDC. We had a nice little trip last February where we talked about records management. We had direct conversations with the front desk secretaries. And then next October, we are going to be working with SESC with some of the same population. South Summit wants us to come visit. San Juan wants us to come visit. Did you guys know? Nah, I'm not going to tell you the secret about the air. So bookmark these links, and then you can just set it and forget it. Just move on. That's what it's designed for. That USPA site is going to be a living place for us to have these conversations, for you to go. If you've got to voluntold this information off onto somebody else, you can say, here, sit down, take care. You can walk yourself through this. I've got to go work on other things. So that's really what we've set this up for, as a repository. We hope that you use it. We hope that you enjoy it. Some of the future things that we're looking at, like I said, Front Desk 411, that is for all of our front desk folks. They are the guardians of the gates. We're trying to give them training that goes across the board for all of us in the state, so that, when they jump in, they don't have to take 20 years to learn all of that information, and then they take it with them when they're gone. We talk about cumulative folders and SSIDs and birth certificates and all these things that are privacy related, but we also got to take care of all the record management. These folks are the most important folks in our agencies most of the time. And a lot of the time, they are also your AROs, appointed records officers, and they deal with records management. We have courses for both of these. What my ask is for you, if you have a rock star front desk person, I want to talk to them. I want to know who they are. I want to squeeze all of the information out of them so that we can make these spaces really comprehensive. The best way for these folks to learn about these jobs is for them to hear the stories and the scenarios from their peers. It's amazing how much we can learn through just the sharing and the networking that we're doing right now. So please send me your rock stars. If you have any questions about any of this, Miss Cleo would love to answer you. I'm just kidding. Privacy at schools.utah.gov is where you can find us. And if you order now, we will throw in the sounds of the 80s at no extra charge. You just have to pay shipping and handling. That's it. Jokes, jokes, jokes. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, I just got off of an email, and here's another surprise. Today, I have learned from SDPC that the NDPA version 2 is going through its final check. If it is approved today, they will be doing all of the other stuff that they need to do in the back end to have the NDPA 2 ready for release by the end of April, which means that we can talk about what that might look like for Utah May 30th when we're talking about next year. All right. I was born in 78, Robert. 4/15/78. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'd like to pass it back over to my team. See you later.